Welcome back to another video. So it is week 2 of the block. Really not much to say. I'm feeling really good. Sets of 7 on squats tonight, so that's gonna be fun. I believe it's 135 for a top set of 7 on squats, 102.5 for a long pause single on bench, and then can't remember what I've done is 150 for 3x3 I think on conventional. So nothing heavy, standard routine. Kind of looking forward to getting it done because it is literally 1 degree outside, so it is freezing. I have got so many layers on. I'm hoping the radiator in the gym actually works. It's pretty terrible. And I'm not freezing to death the entire session, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, now I'm gonna head to my parents and get that done as quickly as possible. I'm gonna keep the rest breaks short just to keep myself warm as well.
With it, put your hands up. This the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah. This the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah. This one for the winners if you with me. Yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah. This one for the winners if you with me. Yeah. Hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah. It's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on. Talking big, big. I knew that one day that I could make it big, big. I'm talking how to stay smoking without a sissy. Now we get up and do it like we got a big rig. It's getting serious. I know you're curious. Took some losses through the process, had me furious. But I got eyes on the vision, can't get delirious. Fall in love with the game and then you marry it. I think I married it. This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. If you get up and get it, put your hands up. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, this one for the winners if you with me. Yeah, hands up in the sky if you feel me. Yeah, it's the anthem.
Okay, so squats are done. They felt really good. I'm a little bit bloated, so they weren't the most comfortable with my belt on. But yeah, the 135 for 7 was really comfortable. Like, it's so cold that I really just mentally did not want to do it. Like, I just did not want to squat, even though I knew obviously it would warm me up. But yeah, I was just so cold, I didn't feel like I could get warm to do the set. So I just had to kind of make myself get on with it. But it moved really well, especially with like zero kind of mental kind of preparedness, I guess. So yes, good start to week 2. Back offs were ridiculously comfortable. Everything actually felt a lot easier than it did last week, but I guess fatigue is a lot lower than it was on week 1. So yeah, really good, really happy with squats. I'm now going to set up for bench.
Really been going back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Like the neighborhood warriors. I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I eat steak with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops. Drop a lot and she pack the bag. She shot till we drop. I just wake up, I don't say nothing. I'm on go, I don't stay long. I've been up now, that's a case wine. I've been down too, like this day strong. I got summer toys for the summer boy. I keep drummer boys in the summer boy. I keep making noise, I've been paranoid.
Okay, so bench is done. Now, it was definitely harder than I wanted it to be, but mindset-wise, I was not in the right headspace. Like, I just really started doubting myself. Like, the top single was fine. I knew I would have that, no problem. I think, again, it wasn't quite a 3 count, but obviously I'm still getting used to sinking it on that top single, so I'm not too concerned. Like, it moved really well. But yeah, so on my back off 7s, I mean, 92.5 for 7s is fairly heavy, obviously, anyway. But the first 2-3 sets, I was kind of like, the first set moved really easily, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, this is so difficult, this is so difficult, this is so difficult. Bear in mind, I had like less than a minute's rest between each as well, so fatigue was obviously high. And then yeah, before my 4th set, which I didn't actually film my last set, I kind of just sat there and told myself, like, you're never going to bench the 130s, 140s range if you have this mindset, so just kind of snap out of it. And that's exactly what I did. and my last set was by far the easiest. Best pauses, best execution, everything moved really well. I just took my time. Like in the first set I did, if you watch that video back again, I held my breath for half the set. And then whenever I do that, I go quite lightheaded. And then the last 3 reps were just rushed and kind of butchered. I mean, it still moved fine, but my last set I actually set up properly. I took my time, I was confident, and it just moved so much better. And it just shows the importance of like positive self-talk when it comes to training. So yeah, I'm really happy with how they moved in the end. So now I'm going to quickly warm up and get deadlifts done. I've got 3x3 at 150, so that should be really comfortable. So yeah, gonna crack on and get that done.
This is God body, you can never avoid. I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I eat steak with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bags. She shot till we drop. These beats are up and beat 'em. These bags, you can't believe 'em. I never saw the country, but the money comes from Sweden. I meet 'em, then I leave 'em. I wake up, fight my demons. I never grew my circle. I can't trust you with my freedom. Give me locked down, keep you locked out. Only when it's here, you look pop now. I get drops now.
Okay, so I didn't actually film a recap of everything at the end of my session yesterday, so it's now Thursday. I got home really late, so I just decided to come in and I thought I'd film like the recap of deadlifts and stuff today. So basically, one thing I forgot to mention when recapping bench is that my neck has been playing up. So I think I mentioned this in a previous video. I have been suffering with neck pain every single day for over 2 years now because I had a car accident just over 2 years ago. And it's obviously just whiplash, but it doesn't seem to be really going anywhere. And on the odd occasion, like I say odd occasion, like once every month or so, I get a really bad flare up. It doesn't have to be triggered by anything, but sometimes like yes, Tuesday morning, I literally just woke up and I couldn't move my head, and my head felt so heavy and my neck had just flared up again. So all of Tuesday, I was really worried about Wednesday's session because setting up for bench with a painful neck is awful. Because when I set up for bench, I really force my neck into the bench pad. And obviously if my neck's too painful, I find that really hard to do. So going into Wednesday, it definitely wasn't anywhere near as painful on Wednesday. Like I didn't need painkillers during the day or anything like that. It was just a little bit stiff, but it was fine. Like it wasn't bad enough that I even thought to mention it in the video or anything, like when I was like filming the intro and stuff. So I kind of hoped I'd be able to get through bench no problem. But even just warming up with 70, like I felt it, like it was bad. And it feels a lot worse today as well than it did yesterday during the day. I think it just got more irritated, obviously, when I was benching and training. So that's really annoying, but it is what it is. Like bench still move really well, so I can't complain. I know it's one of those things where, yes, it affects my session in terms of how I feel, but it doesn't take away from my strength. It's just one of those things where I have to grin and bear the discomfort. So I thought that was probably worth putting in here as well. Deadlifts themselves, not really got anything to say. So 3x3 at 150 was like an empty bar, which is really good, obviously. It moved really, really well. Like 150 isn't heavy for me on deadlifts. My plan for the end of the block, what I would like to do is get 3x3 at 165, which I think would be a volume PB. I know I've done a triple at 170 a couple of times, but they were like RP 10. So if I can do multiple triples at 165 at like an 8 or 9 RPE, I think that'd be pretty cool. So that's the goal for the end of this block. And also I'm still easing back into deadlifts. Like I don't want to kill myself off in this first block back of doing any volume. So that's kind of the plan there, and how they went yesterday, like they went really well. Other thing as well that I actually filmed for once was my RDLs. So RDLs are a movement that I have told myself pretty much since I started powerlifting that I need to focus on. And I've just avoided it. Like I'll have them programmed quite regularly, but I never actually have the kind of courage to push them. And it's one of those things where I know full well that they are a huge weakness of mine. Like hinging patterns in general, I'm just not very strong at. So it's something that I know working on will definitely help my deadlift. Like my deadlift is definitely, in terms of competitiveness, my weakest lift by quite a way. And it always has been, like since I first started. And I think just working on that one major weakness will probably help massively. Like RDLs and stiff leg deadlifts are two things that I really struggle with. So I'm pretty sure before this block I hadn't ever done, or before last block I think I worked up to 80. But I'm pretty sure 80 is the heaviest I've ever done on RDLs. And I did 85 yesterday and it moved really easily. It was only 2 sets of 8, so it's not a lot of volume or anything. but it's still pushing that weakness, and I can feel myself getting stronger in that position week on week. And I genuinely, like, I've got 90 programmed for next week, and I think that will move really easily as well. The only reason I'm so gradually pushing it and I'm not kind of throwing weight on the bar is because I think the back injury and the flare-ups that I've had recently have been linked to the weakness I've got in that hinging pattern. So that's another reason why I want to work on it as well. So RDLs are something that I am pushing. I never really speak about my accessory movements or the decisions behind them or anything on these videos. So it's something I definitely think I should do a bit more of. But most of my accessory I do, as I say, in a commercial gym, and I don't really like filming in there. At some point I will film an accessory day so you can get a bit of an idea of what I do. But I think it's also worth mentioning that I do accessories on my SBD days as well, just not as many, obviously. So yeah, that's kind of how the session went. I'm feeling really good. I've also decided as well, I'm going to upload twice a week. I'm going to say going forwards, but you never know, it might go back to once a week. But I just thought rather than putting up one really long video or like 20-minute video, I would put a couple of short videos up because I think it'll make it a little bit more entertaining to watch, hopefully, as well. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I hope you have enjoyed. It's been a really good start to the week. I'm feeling really strong, I'm feeling hopeful. This block's going to be really good. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here. So if you have enjoyed, please give it a like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you next time for the next one. I'm going to try and upload this by Friday. And then my next video will hopefully be up by Monday, Tuesday at the latest. So I'll see you then.
On the top now, in the winter time, still go top down. I get free. I don't go.